Hello everybody, this is Otto Curioso. Today we are in a beautiful capital of Qatar in Doha. What I do right now is I go around Gulf countries and film cool cars. Today we're doing something different. This is not the usual car I would review. I'm more into very classic, unique, quirky cars. But this is a very, very interesting car, as you can see. And with the Porsche launching the new 911, new, I mean, it's not that new, it still looks the same. But with the new 992, it's great to look at what 991 had to offer. And this 2018 GT3, this is a Gen 2 GT3, is one of the greatest hits of the 991. Let's remember when 991 just came in 2012, it was a little bit more of a revolution than, of course, any 911. It's never a revolution, but the 991 was very different from 996 and 997, including the brand new electric steering that all the Porsche people hated. But with a couple of new generations, couple of new models, Porsche was able to make the cars right. And this Gen 2 GT3 is a great example of it. Now, the fun fact about this car is that it's my friend's car. My friend Saad, we know each other for a couple of years right now, and this is the guy who had not one but two Mark IV Supras. Not just any Mark IV Supras, properly tuned to around 700 to 800 horsepower cars. And suddenly it was surprise to all of us. He went out and got this GT3. And there are a couple of reasons to it, and we're gonna get into it into more detail. But right now, let's look at this gorgeous car. And it's gorgeous in a way it's spec'd out. I mean, 911s, they do not really look, you can say, beautiful. But the GT3 do look like race cars. And this one in specific, the way it's spec'd is really, really nice. As you already noticed, it's in crayon slash chalk color. They say they call it chalk in Americas. And in the rest of the world it's known as crayon color. Anyways, it's the same thing. We got ourselves black wheels, 20-inch GT3 style rims. And before going into details, what I really love about this car is the accents. So we got the chalk gray, and then we have the black accents all around. We got tinted black windows, we got partially carbon fiber mirrors, we got black wheels, and then we got black surrounding on the headlights, as well as the aero around the car is also in a black color. That's what makes it stand out. You know, it really works with the black interior and the red calipers, a little bit of red inserts. I find it to be, honestly, if this was my GT3, if I were to order one, it would definitely be like this. So again, let's take a look at it now. So this is a Gen 2. The way you know the difference between Gen 1 and Gen 2. Gen 1, these bumpers would be like this. Gen 2, it's like this. With the Gen 2, we got a little bit more sharper and aggressive front end. And the whole aero of the car allowed the Gen 2 GT3 to be around 30% stiffer than the Gen 1. So here you got those strong outlined arrows. We got Porsche adaptive LED headlights that come in the black surrounding, black case. Over here, as I mentioned, 20-inch GT3 wheels, red calipers, meaning steel brakes. If they were carbon ceramics, the caliper would be, I think, a little bit bigger and it will be yellow. Center wheel locking cap. All GT3s come with that. We got an optional carbon fiber mirrors, the top part of it. Going to the back, so the car is wearing Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, and let's look at the profile of this tire. It's 305/30/20, 305 profile. Porsche 911s are known to have one of the most widest rear tires in the market today. Now coming to the back, again, another couple of difference to the Gen 1, being the bottom diffuser, but I'm not able to show it to you right now. The intakes, with the Gen 2 we got double intakes. Gen 1 just comes with a big one giant intake. The spoiler is a little bit more aggressive, and this one, as you can see, has that Porsche writing on it, which just looks amazing. And if you were to have a GT3 with a spoiler like that, you need to have it. I believe it's a tribute to the Cup cars. The Cup cars have that, and whenever you fly a helicopter above these race cars, you can really tell the Porsche sign on top. Another thing is we got option of deleted decals, and over here the car is equipped with titanium exhaust tips from Akrapovic, if I'm correct. I'm not quite sure. Nevertheless, it sounds amazing. Now let's go on to the inside of the car. This is our key. It's also done in the Porsche exterior color, the chalk. The way you do is you just, oh, the car is already open. Now let's look on the inside of this car. I got Alcantara everywhere. Got your GT3 badges over here. The car comes with the Club Sport package, meaning there is a roll cage right over there. You got your carbon fiber seats. These are proper bucket seats, and carbon fiber, they're actually, it's not just inserts of carbon fiber over here, they're actually made out of carbon fiber. You got your red seat belts with the red stripe going, let me focus that properly, with the red stripe going around the seat, as well as on the doors over here. We got carbon fiber inserts. It's standard on the GT3, as well as these what do you call them, door steps. As well as you got the GT3 logo, and they're made in carbon fiber. You got your Alcantara steering wheel. Let me just focus that a little bit more. So you got your Alcantara steering wheel with also red 12 o'clock marker. The gear lever is in Alcantara as well. Overall, I mean, it's a standard 911 interior. I mean, a racing 911 interior. So, dear viewers, right now we're having a little bit of a drive in this gorgeous GT3, and you probably know me. I'm not into modern cars. I do not enjoy them very much. I'm more into the best cars, in my opinion, that were ever built were in the late 2000s. For Porsches, for example, my favorite Porsche is the 997 GT3. But regardless, this Gen 2 GT3 makes a lot of sense. And this is why the owner of this GT3 got it after having not one but two super fast Supras. He's right there helping me with filming. The thing is, if you want a car of similar performance, what are you going to be looking at? You're going to be looking at a couple of Corvettes, so the ZR1, the Z06, those very fast Corvettes. You're going to be looking at AMG GT from a Mercedes, and Lamborghinis, Ferraris, they cost way more. But does it mean that they are better? I don't think you can compare this car to a Corvette, because you know it's on a totally different league. Comparing it to a Ferrari, I think so, yes. But if you look at the price wise, if you look at it from the price perspective, the Ferrari and Lamborghini cost minimum twice more than this car, and they are still not the like 488 Pista or Huracan Performante level. No, they're going to be regular cars. And let's not forget, this is still naturally aspirated, unlike the Corvette, the AMG GT, and the Ferrari. Lamborghini, it is naturally aspirated, but again, it's four-wheel drive. You can get a two-wheel drive, but it's not going to be the Performante, you know, it's not going to be the race version of the car. And the GT3 is the race version of the 911. And I believe the most direct competitor, even when it comes to a price, is the Nissan GT-R. But again, Nissan GT-R is four-wheel drive. It's way bigger and heavier than this car, and it's turbocharged. Plus, the GT-R was, I mean, it was great in 2009 when it was launched up until 2013-14, but after that, I mean, there's so many cars that are faster than Nissan GT-R. And again, this begs the question, if you had around $130,000 in your pocket, this is what do these Gen 2 GT3s go for, what should you buy? You can buy an AMG GT, a used Mercedes, which is never a very good option to buy a used Mercedes, or you can get this. And honestly, without thinking, this is the right car to choose, because not only that you're driving a race car, and it is, especially in Gen 2, they really stepped up with their engines. This is not the 3.8, this is the 4-liter. So this is just shy away of being that race engine, and the reason it is like that is because the previous 3.8 liter was very problematic. It was revving to 9,000 RPM and it had all sorts of issues, but Porsche fixed it. So some of the 3.8s were blowing up brand new due to some oil consumption and so on. And if you want to get into the details, you can search some articles online, GT3 owners telling their experience and what happened. And what Porsche did is that they took those cars, they replaced the engines, and I think you're, oh, it's okay. So what Porsche did is that they took those engines, they replaced them with brand new ones, and they gave an extra year of warranty. And this is what a good brand does to its loyal customers. You see, if it was a Lamborghini, Ferrari, Mercedes or BMW, it would never happen. you know, but because it's a Porsche, you can trust this car, and you can trust it in many ways. It's a supercar and a sports car at the same time, but let's not forget it's a German sports car. It's like a German Ferrari, it's a German Lamborghini, and because it's German, it's very well engineered, but unlike its competitors, it's way more durable and reliable. And Porsche is the only company, at least in the region, that can offer you 10 years of warranty. 10 years. Not a BMW, not a Ferrari, not a Mercedes, not a Lamborghini are ever gonna offer you this option. And this begs the question, is there a more reliable sports car than a Porsche? And I don't think so. GTR is a very reliable car, but why don't they give you a 10-year warranty? I mean, you cannot extend the warranty more than 4 years, I believe, 5 maximum. And the same thing is with Mercedes, Porsche, Corvettes, and BMW. And this is what makes this car so great. Now, another reason why this car is so good is that it really feels special. It feels special whether you're driving 60 or 260, whether you're racing on a track or you are just stuck in traffic. This car always feels special. The reason to it being this gorgeous 4-liter naturally aspirated engine producing, in this variation, 500 horsepower and revving to 9,000 RPM, combined with PDK transmission. Honestly, is there anything better? Do you need a manual? Honestly, if you want a manual GT3, go out and buy the 997. It costs around the same amount of money right now, and in a lot of way, it's a better car. But the truth is, technology is moving so far away from manual cars that if you want to compete, you gotta have a PDK. And to be honest, right now driving it, I really don't miss a manual. What makes GT3 so special is that it's honestly a racing car for the road, and in a way I feel like it's an old school race car for the road. You don't have any turbos, you got this amazing 4-liter naturally aspirated 500 horsepower engine that revs all the way to 9,000 RPM. And which other car does it? I mean, I don't think even a Ferrari, I believe a Ferrari 458 revs up to 8,000 something. Now there is a debate, manual versus PDK. Honestly, if you want a manual GT3, go for the 997. As simple as that. But today, in this car, with this fast PDK, I really don't miss a manual. All these super fast shifts, accelerations, sitting in a bucket seat with the roll cage behind me, with this super loud engine and modified Akrapovic exhaust. Really, do you need anything more than that?